This week on the Hooters Tour with Lee Moore and Kim Briel.
Coming up this week on the Hooters Tour, Mother Nature joins the field. Stormy weather makes playing conditions difficult as the tournament is shortened to 36 holes.
Stay tuned for the whole story, along with some special player features, all coming your way next.
Par, birdie, eagle, owl.
Owl?
We'll be right back on the Hooters Tour. Don't go away.
Our girls earn their wings every day.
Hooters, it's not just a restaurant, it's an adventure.
If you take fresh eggs, cream, and right off the farm fresh vegetables, add pure vegetable oil, red wine vinegar, natural honey, herbs and spices, and maybe generous amounts of aged blue cheese in just the right portions, blended under refrigeration to the peak of perfection, you'd know why we call our products naturally fresh.
We blended nature's best naturally.
Hello everybody and welcome to This Week on the Hooters Tour, America's best young professionals that on the PGA Tour but that are headed that way. This week we're in Monroe, Louisiana. I'm Lee Moore.
And I'm Kim Briel. Lee, this is the second stop in a three-part series called the Coca-Cola Classic. We're at Frenchman's Bend. This is a brand new golf course, only a year old, and I've been told the greens are magnificent.
Yeah, they really are. And Billy Perot, speaking about that, the head pro here is going to be along in a couple of minutes to tell us about this golf course and how it shapes up. It is a great new layout.
Hi, this is Billy Perot, the golf professional here at Frenchman's Bend Country Club, Monroe, Louisiana. I'm going to take a couple of minutes here and tell you a little bit about our golf course and our facility. Our club now is right at 1 year old. We're very pleased and privileged to have the Hooters Jordan Golf Tour here. We have a par 72 golf course. 15 out of the 18 holes have sand traps on them. The type of grass that we have is a 419 blade of grass on the fairways, which is a very fine blade which helps the ball sit up on the fairways much better than a lot of the pros have seen. Our greens are known as a Tiff Dwarf Bermuda, which is also a very fast surface for Bermuda. Our front nine is the side that has the tightest holes on this golf course. It goes from a very golf course looking like in Florida all the way to maybe a golf course you'd see in Scotland. The front nine has 3, 4, and 5, which is a tight, got OB both sides and trees both sides. Then all of a sudden you go to the back nine, where it's very much open and more of a links type golf course. One positive note about Frenchman's Bend Country Club is we do have something most golf courses, or very few golf courses have, is we have the oldest Indian mounds here in North America here at this facility. We're looking forward to having the pros here, and the pro that wants to win here is going to have to a lot of variety of good golf shots and good putting, and mostly keep the ball out of the wind. Again, we're very thankful to have the Hooters Jordan Golf Tour here and the Coca-Cola Classic Series.
Again, there were a lot of pre-tournament activities, and Harrah's Casino of Vicksburg sponsored the Pro-Am for the second week in a row.
Monday's 10-spot qualifier produces 10 under par scores. The best of the day was Matt Watts, 67, followed by Daryl Dyson, 68. Brett Snortland, an old member from a year ago, had a 69, as did Perry Parker. Now, here's the rest of the list. Monday night, again, the players were hosted by Harrah's Casino at Vicksburg, Mississippi. And again, Gail Billingsley, Lee Withrow, and Danny Bass turned on the old Southern charm, and hospitality is what the players got. The staff also enjoyed the evening as they were all wined and dined. Harrah's Casino knows how to entertain, and again, this week, they'll be our Pro-Am sponsor. Tuesday, and it's Brookshire's Stores shootout time. 10 players are going to start at the first tee, and by the time we get to the ninth, there are 2 players left standing. Ricky Smallridge and Ray France tie the tough par 4 ninth hole. Then they head to the greenside bunker to blast for the $400 first prize and who can get it closer. Ricky is going to get his closer by just a couple of feet, and he's going to claim the top money. The Harrah's Pro-Am is a double shotgun affair, and more than 40 teams are going to be taking part today. The weather holds on, and we'll have a fun day at Frenchman's Bend. There's going to be 2 divisions again. We'll have the top 5 teams claiming prizes. Now the day is over, and Ricky Smallridge's team of John Garrett, Kent McConkey, Mark Booth, and Fred Harrell win the A division. They come in with a fine 55. Winning the B division with Dave Strier's team of Billy Laird, Scotty Dyer, Andy Green, and Gary Huckabee. They had a score of, again, 55. After the Pro-Am, it was time for the big hitters. And the biggest in the Hibernia National Bank long drive competition was the man from South Africa, Dean Pappas. Pappas, that's a familiar name. Dean's brother Sean owns the low 72-hole score ever on this tour at 32 under par. Now, Dean hit his winning drive in the Hibernia long drive contest, 303 yards. He gets the $200, and now it's tournament time. Now, weather started to be a story here almost as soon as this tournament opened on Thursday morning. The first group of players we got off the tee. If you didn't read about it, you might have heard about it. All hell broke loose. Weather became a factor on Thursday, the opening day of the Monroe Coca-Cola Classic Series. The morning half of the field was out on the course, and about 6 players had completed the first 9 holes when the skies opened up. Here's photographer Zeb Garrison's view from the production truck when the high winds and hail hit. The main problem was the tornadoes in the area, and the high winds that hit the Monroe area caused damage at Frenchman's Bend, among other places. Tents and scoreboards, along with the concession stands, fell to the winds. The Hooters Command Center stayed intact, but there was concern for several minutes.
The wind is blowing the rain so hard that we can't see the cart barn just a little ways away from us. So we start panicking. Wind starts blowing in the trailer, and we're not sure what to do, whether to go out in it or whether to run to a corner. We're not sure. It didn't last very long, but it was kind of scary while it was happening.
As a result of the heavy rains, more than 6 inches fell in the short period of time. The Thursday round was washed out, and Friday, the 168 players started the first round of a 54-hole event. Still, the memory of Thursday's weather was hard to erase.
Hi, we're the Hooter Girls from New Orleans. Don't go away, we'll be right back on Prime.
Last week we met Andrew Morris in the winner's circle in Bastrop. This week we're going to take it a little bit closer.
Andrew Morris is the kind of guy who would just like to let his clubs do his talking, or at least his helpmate Sue. Still, some frustration leaves him talking mostly to himself. Take, for example, missing the final 2 cuts in '94 for a good chance at that $100,000 naturally fresh bonus money. Or, more recently, failure to sign his scorecard at Columbia that at the very least cost him a good paycheck, a tournament he led after the first round.
Oh yeah, I definitely did after that display, yeah. I mean, basically almost leading the tournament. So I gave away at least the top 10 or, a lot of points too. And a lot of pressure to come back this week and play well.
Playing well is something Andy knows all about. He was our most consistent player in '94. Now, in a new year, is there pressure for Andy to put it all together and move to the big tour?
No, there's not a whole lot of pressure, really. It's just trying to have a good season out here and do my best. And, at least one season on the PGA Tour is what I'd like. And, see what happens out there. And hopefully get a couple of wins on the way out here. And, have a good tour school.
And dealing with pressure for Andy takes a lot of turns and some ups and downs. Ups and downs as in flying model airplanes, which is exactly what he does from the, pardon the pun, the ground up.
Building them is pretty fun. It takes a little bit of time and effort to really make it look nice, or, you can buy them right out of the shop too, and I've done that. But, building one and then having it fly right and straight it's a good feeling.
And one provider of good feelings is Sue. She's there on the good days and the not so good days. And just what is the latest advice from Sue, Andy?
Trying to get me to hit my driver less. And we always kind of, not argue back and forth about that, but just trying to play a little smarter is what we're trying to do, because I hit my 3 with 250, 260, and driving sometimes gets me in trouble, and this week it cost me a few strokes, and last week it made me a few strokes.
For Andrew, there is tomorrow and next week, and deep down, this quiet, determined guy from Massachusetts knows something important. I'm sure you've heard it many times before. Golf is a game of confidence and concentration. Put into one word, you might say it's more of a mental game, especially for the pros. Now, one aspect of that deals with the swing thought. What do the pros think about right before they hit the golf ball?
Most important thing is tempo. If we have good positive tempo all the time, consistent, it doesn't matter what club, it's going to be good. It's tempo. It's basically my only swing thought.
Get comfortable, because if you're not comfortable, then your mind is not at ease, and then your mind will not let you make a good swing and hit the shot. So settle in, get comfortable, and pull the trigger.
Effortless. Well, usually when I'm going bad, I'm having too, like today, I was out there trying to hit the ball too far, and the key thought for me is to swing effortlessly.
Swinging under control, trying not to hit it too far, trying just to make good solid contact is going to help them. They're going to hit it farther and better that way than trying to hit the farthest shot they've ever hit on every shot.
Fly.
It's time now to turn the page in our Hooters Tour scrapbook, and that's brought to you by Jackaroo Barbecue Sauce.
Although he did not post record numbers, he was a member of the 1994 National Championship Stanford golf team. He never won a U.S. amateur, and he's certain that he's not a household name. Well, there is one house that knows his name.
Well, when I was growing up, my dad played a lot of golf. He played golf in college, and he also played football. And but obviously, what I remember growing up is my dad playing golf. So I did drive the cart a lot, and that was always a lot of fun. But I guess I started playing right around 8 years old, and went from there. It wasn't always the first sport.
Well, it is now. Brad Lanning is enjoying his first year as a professional golfer. Golf, he says, is so individual. You're out there, and if you mess up, it's your fault. It was this, Brad admits, that pushed team sports out of the serious picture.
Yeah, obviously for this year, it was a great thrill to qualify for the Hooters Tour, and it gives you an ability to set your schedule, and it's a great ability to travel with this tour. I think it's a great way to make a tour like the PGA Tour. It gets these kids out here and gets myself out here, of course, to learn how to play on the road. And
it's been said that professional golfers tend to peak in their early 30s. Well, Brad has about a decade before that happens, and until then, he'll try to dispel that 30-something theory of success. And one way is trying new things with the golf club, or in his case, the putter.
Yeah, it's kind of a different philosophy, and I haven't really seen too much any other players that have really heard about it. So it's kind of a new thing, and it was a guy at our school that has written a short book on it, and he told us what you do is you putt from below the break. You're always putting from below the break. So if you have a right to left putt, you're going to putt it right-handed. If you have a left to right putt, you're going to putt it left-handed. So essentially, once you get used to the stroke, you're always below the break.
So far, Brad Lanning has not cashed in on the top 25, but keep your eyes open. And let it be known, in his first year on the road, money rewards are nice, but it's the experience that he'll cash in on first.
Hi, my name's Terrence Miskell from Fort Worth, Texas, and I'm a member of the 1995 Hooters Tour.
Hi, I'm Sean Haverstraw from Rapid City, South Dakota, and I'm a member of the 1995 Hooters Tour.
Hi, this is Brant Hazen. I'm from Tucson, Arizona, and I'm a member of the 1995 Hooters Tour.
Hey, my name's Judge Little. I'm from Meridian, Mississippi. I'm a member of the 1995 Hooters Tour.
I'm Steve Pope from Clinton, Mississippi, and I'm a member of the 1995 Hooters Tour.
Hi, this is Raquel from Hooters of Metairie. Kim and Lee will be right back with more of the final round highlights.
Next is Lady. Exceptional sheen. Oh, very good color. Prince. Hands. Oh, such stateliness, such majesty.
Larry. Larry!
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
The best of show? Mort!
Fellow Americans, recently it's been reported in the national media that I am preoccupied with Hooters. I wish to state for the record that I have not been sneaking out in the middle of the night and going to Hooters. Reports that I have been seen eating a big plate of nearly world-famous chicken wings are simply not true. It's just another attempt to discredit the policies of this administration. Thank you.
Now, the first round of this golf tournament actually was played on a pretty day on Friday. Kim Brill has the highlights.
Thursday's round one washed out, so Friday becomes round one for the 168 Hooters professionals. The hottest man off the tee was Ricky Smallridge, who fired a career low round of 11 under par. One of his birdies coming here on the par 4th 8th hole. Ricky is still looking for his first win of the year. Jeff Lee of Dallas, Texas had 9s of 31-32 for a 9 under par 63. 130 pros scored under par on Friday. Sean McKeel birdies the par 5 5th hole. He comes back and he'll birdie the par 3 6th hole. And again at the par 4 7th hole. 3 in a row on his way to a 4 under par 68. Dave Schreier had sides of 33-33 for a 66. One of his birdies coming on the par 3 8th hole. Dwayne Loriot looked as if he would give Smallridge a run for his money. Loriot eagles the 5th hole on his way to a 69. He'll make another birdie at the par 5 9th hole and keep his name in mind come Sunday. A couple of other names to look for in round 2 will be Chris Jorgensen of Blaine, Washington. Chris is in at 7 under par, 4 off the pace. He is joined by Dean Hires of Lake Wales, Florida, and Brian Slevin of Arnold, Maryland. Scott Olds of Antioch, California, is in position to move. His 66 puts him 5 back of the lead. Here's the first round results at the Coca-Cola Classic at Frenchman's Bend in Monroe, Louisiana. Smallridge with sides of 30-31 on top by 1 over Brad Ott of Louisville, Texas. Jeff Lee's 63 has him 2 out. Gary Blevins, Scott Peterson, and Chris Leckie all posted 64s to sit at 8 under par. There are 9 players at 7 under par. Keep an eye out for Dean Ayers of Lake Wales, Florida. He'll make a move before Sunday's end.
Now, let's go out to the golf course for the final 18 holes of play.
The final 18 holes, Lee, has Ricky Smallridge trying to hold on to his narrow 1-stroke lead. With only 2 rounds to cash in on, Ricky couldn't afford to do what he did, and that's shoot 1 over par. His 73 drops him back into a tie for 3rd. Jeff Lee also felt the pressure. Starting the day at 9 under, Lee fires a 74. Lee with a birdie 3 at the 15th hole gets him to 3 over for the day. He'll fight some more, getting a birdie 4 at the 16th hole. Mark it down as a hard day at the office. So who did take charge? Well, Chris Jorgensen of Blaine, Washington makes a great putt at the 15th hole, moving to 10 under par.
Here I am at the 15th hole, about a 40-45 footer for birdie, and was 9 under. At the time, knew I needed to get to 11 under because 3 guys were tied at 10 under, so I got to see the line from Dave Schreier right before me, and what do you know, right in the center, and got a little momentum going.
He'll make it back-to-back with another birdie at hole number 16. He'll finish in 2nd place at 11 under par. Dave Schreier, like many of his colleagues, had a tougher time on Sunday. He follows his 66 with a 71, despite this birdie at hole 16. Brad Ott of Louisville, Texas, wasn't ready to fall to Frenchman's Bend. He started his day on the back side where his 31 from round 1 was strong in his mind. He'll shoot a 68 on this final day, a birdie at number 9, his final hole. 6 shots worse than round 1, but 3 strokes better than his closest contender.
Yeah, it's been the last 3 months. I've won twice, and it feels good. I'm glad it came so quick out here. I was hoping I'd get a victory out here this year, and luckily it came on the 6th tournament, and it feels good. I'm real happy I did it.
Here it is, the final leaderboard in the rain-shortened Coca-Cola Classic. After 36 holes, Brad Ott the winner at 14 under par. Chris Jorgensen 3 back with Dean Ayers, Ricky Smallridge, Scott Olds, and Jack O'Keefe at 134. Rounding out the top 10 is Matt Ewing, Scott Peterson, Mike Small, and Kenny Sims.
Hi, this is Joanna from Hooters in New Orleans. If you like birdies, don't go away. We have more coming your way.
My barbecue sauce has the big, bold taste that really makes barbecue taste great. Barbecue sauce.
That's not barbecue sauce. This is barbecue sauce.
Jackery barbecue sauce. Big taste from a big place.
to say the least, it's been interesting here this week at the Frenchman's Bend Golf Course in Monroe, Louisiana. 36 holes long is what the tournament was because of severe weather problems. We had almost 12 inches of rain here in a period of about 3 days. As we say goodbye, we want you to take a look now at the Naturally Fresh Points Championship race. Also, check out who our leading money winners are after 6 tournaments. Again, I'm Lee Moore for Kim Breel saying we'll see you next week right here on This Week on the Hooters Tour.
This Week on the Hooters Tour is brought to you in part by Hooters Restaurants, delightfully tacky yet unrefined. By Bud Light, it won't fill you up, never lets you down, make it a Bud Light. Naturally Fresh, preservative-free salad dressing, sauces, and dips. And by Jackaroo Barbecue Sauce, big taste from a big place.